Someone recently asked me if I believe in the devil, or if the devil could just be ourselves. Hi, my name is Wes Ellis. I'm the pastor at First Congregational Church in Ramona. And this question about whether or not there is a devil, I think, is an interesting one because we live in a society that has a really hard time believing in supernatural forces, or especially uh, little demons or people running around in red with pitchforks or something like that. Something like the picture of the devil or Satan that we've imagined for so long. But we live in a disenchanted society, a world where that kind of stuff is just not our concern. Our concerns are much more concrete and much more real, or so we think. Uh, Now, I do not find it necessary to believe in the devil, as in a person who actually exists the way you and I do. Uh, Now, before you go saying something like, well, isn't that exactly what the devil would want? Let me say, I think sometimes belief in a real person, the devil, or demons around corners, or spiritual warfare, as we often are, as it's often framed, can actually itself be a distraction for what truly is a threat to us. And what I believe actually from the scriptures is what is being attested to as the devil or Satan. What if Satan or the devil is really the personification of anything that pulls us or is opposed to God and the ways of God? What if the devil is a literary device used to allow us to see through the veil beyond what's right in front of us, to see the evils of ideologies, of values, of certain things that can be, in a way, demonic. The demonic is not about things or people running around to deceive us. It is about the world we live in and all the self-deceptive and deceptive ideologies that surround us. So, in that sense, the devil or Satan or the things that pull us away from God can be all kinds of things. And they can be, sure, it can be you, it can be your own, I am my own worst enemy. That can be the case. And if you're distracted from that by believing in something like a real person, well, then maybe that's exactly what the devil would want. And again, not that there's necessarily a spiritual being called the devil, but that things that pull, anything that tempts us toward greed or selfishness, or anything that keeps us away from caring for the sick, caring for the needy, finding ourselves on the side of the poor, being for others as God has been for us. Those things that draw us away from God are sometimes the Satan or the devil. And if those things are missed because we are looking for spooks and ghosts around corners, then I think that's exactly the wrong way to look. So I don't find it necessary at all to believe in the devil, but I do think it's important that we are on the lookout for those spiritual forces and the darkness of our world, the things that draw us inward and away from our call and our vocation to love and to be people of compassion and care in the world. So that's if you find that to be a challenge, and by the way, I don't mean to be dismissive. If you have the perspective that there is a devil, I'm not necessarily refuting that. It's not my place to do that. But what I would say is, if your belief in the devil distracts you from the darkness of spiritual forces inherent in things like capitalism, in things like racism, in things like dehumanization and instrumentalization, then I think you might need to rethink your understanding of the devil and the demonic. That's my answer. Hope you have a good day.